Hey there, Tiffany Thomas with wealthytiffany.com, and in today's video I'm going to talk about setting up your financial plan so you can get your finances in order. And before we dive in, if you guys are looking for more strategies and tips on becoming financially free at a young age, make sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And don't forget to like and share this video. And if you guys are looking to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money all of the time, make sure and click the link below this video and I show you exactly how I have been able to make my money work for me in the simplest way possible and the most profitable way possible. Okay, so let's talk about setting up your financial plan. And I have 8 steps to setting up your financial plan. The first step is to identify your goals. I talk about this a lot. If you don't know what you're working toward, how are you going to get there? You're not going to get there. If you don't know what your financial goals are, then you're just kind of tracking your money or maybe just floating along, not really making any progress. So that's the first step in setting up your financial plan, is to know what your financial goals are. And I also like to include my goals in my budget, or my spending plan is what I like to call it. So put those in your spending plan. Put in your goals, whether that is saving for a down payment on a house or for purchasing a car. Or maybe you just want to take a trip somewhere, like to Hawaii or Bali or Europe, wherever. That could be one of your goals. So whatever it is, you want to know what you're working toward. And it could also be financial freedom. That's what I'm working toward right now. That is my number one priority. So I have kind of put my big trips on hold for right now. I've done a lot of traveling in the past, but that's not a priority for me right now. Financial freedom is, and that's my financial goal. Okay, so once you have your financial goals set up, the next thing you want to do is to figure out what your net worth is. So this is step number 2. You want to figure out what your net worth is. And all that is knowing all of your assets and then subtracting all of your liabilities. So all of your assets would be, if you own a home or a car, maybe you have some expensive jewelry or some really nice artwork, whatever assets, things that you could sell and get money for, those would be your assets. And it would also include money in the bank or in your 401k or an investment account. So you want to include how much your house is worth, and how much your car is worth, and whatever other large assets you may have, and also any money that you have in your savings or your checking and in your investment accounts, so like your 401k or your IRA. And that would be all of your assets. So you want to put those all in a spreadsheet, is a great way to do it, and just list them out line item by line item. And then you want to figure out what all of your liabilities are. And this is everything that you owe. So assets are what you own, things that you own, and liabilities are what you owe. For example, if you still owe money on your house, like your mortgage, then this would be in your liabilities, how much ever you owe. And if you have a car payment, so whatever the amount is on your car loan, that would be another liability. Any type of things like that, maybe you have some credit card debt or student loan debt, anything that you owe on, that would be your liability. And once you take all of your assets, then you want to minus all of your liabilities, and that will be your net worth. So this is essentially how much money you're worth right now. And you want to continue to watch this number grow up, go up, so that you can become financially free or retire, whatever number you're working towards for your net worth. So that's the second step, is figuring out what your net worth is. And then the third step is figuring out your cash flow. So how much income you have coming in. And you want to make sure that you have more money coming in than going out, right? So that we can actually work toward our financial goals. So you want to figure out what your paycheck amount is, and then all of your expenses, like your phone bill or your house payment or rent, insurance, things like that. So you want to calculate what your cash flow is. So you know exactly how much money you have coming in and how much you have going out. And when you are figuring out all of your different expenses and what all of your income is coming in, you can do that in a spreadsheet. And you can also use an online tool. I use Personal Capital, and I can leave a link below. If you are interested in using Personal Capital, you can link all of your financial institutions to that. It's a free website, and you just create a free account, and it will show you all of your assets and all of your liabilities and all of your transactions that are coming in and coming out, and it's all in one place. So it is super handy. I love using it. And I also use a spreadsheet as well. So I do both. And yeah, that has worked great for me. So if you are interested in Personal Capital, I will leave a referral link below, and you can get a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up and link one of your investment accounts to it. And hopefully you have that positive cash flow so you can put extra toward your financial goals. And then the fourth thing, I've talked about this before, is to match your goals to your spending. You want to match your spending to your priorities. Whatever your financial goals are, you want to start matching the spending to those goals. For example, if you take a look at all of your expenses, and maybe you're spending a lot of money eating out, but really one of your goals is to go on vacation within the next year. So you're not really putting a lot of money in a savings account in order to save for that vacation, but you're spending your money on eating out. So you really need to start to focus and say, okay, what is my financial goal, and am I spending accordingly? Am I getting closer to my financial goal? Or do I need to change some of my spending habits? Do I need to look at some of my expenses that aren't that important to me? And that's maybe going to the movies a lot, or just, not really focusing in on what's important to you, but just kind of going with the flow and doing whatever your friends are doing. And yeah, you really need to focus in on matching your spending to your priorities, to your financial goals, so that you can actually reach your goals, because that's what you're working toward. That's what you really want. And then step number 5 in your financial plan is to review your insurance. And I find this one, it's a little interesting, but you want to take a look at your health insurance. And since I am an entrepreneur, there's no one, that I don't have a job per se that is helping me provide that insurance for me. And so I just have a insurance set up on my own, and just through the insurance marketplace. But I have insurance because anything could go wrong at any moment, right? And I don't need to be paying an astronomical amount of money just because I didn't feel like having insurance. So you need to take a look at your insurance. And I honestly have a really high deductible insurance so that I can use an HSA account, a health savings account, because I really don't go to the doctor that often. My medical expenses are very, very low. But you could be in a different situation where you have really high medical expenses. So you want to make sure you have the right insurance for your needs. And that's just, one other thing to include in your financial plan, because we don't want to be stuck with an astronomical medical bill, because that will not help us reach our financial goals. So we want to make sure that we have the right insurance. And this can also include your other insurances, like your home insurance or auto insurance, because you always want to be reviewing those. You can have extremely different prices with different companies. So you want to be reviewing those at least every year, and seeing if you can get a lower insurance rate, because you never know. And if you're not really shopping around and you kind of just forget about it, you could be paying a lot higher rate. So that is the 5th step, is to review your insurance coverage. And then the 6th step step number 6 is to reduce your taxes. We pay a lot in taxes, so you want to look for different ways that you can reduce your taxes, because that will really save you in the long run for sure. And you can do that. One way is to start your own business, because you can do a lot of write-offs on taxes if you have your own business. So you kind of just want to take a look and see, how can I lower my taxes? And maybe that has to do with your investment accounts, with a Roth IRA versus a traditional IRA, things like that. But that is step number 6, looking at ways that you can reduce your taxes. And then step number 7 is to create your own investing policy. And I really like this one, because once you have that policy in place, it makes it a lot easier to invest your money, which is what we want to be doing, because we want to be making our money work for us, right? We don't always want to be working for the money, trading time for dollars. So if you create your own investing policy or investing strategy, it makes it a lot easier to invest your money, because you already know, okay, this is my policy, this is what I do, and this is what I don't do. And when you kind of break it down like that, then when an opportunity presents itself, you can just say, okay, does this go along with my investing strategy or does it not? Because if it doesn't, I'm not going to invest in it. If it does, great. I'm going to do my homework, make sure it's a good investment, and do it. So this could be something as simple as, I only invest in index funds, or I only invest in stocks that I am familiar with, or I only invest in real estate, or maybe I do a combination. I invest in stocks and in real estate. And for real estate, I only invest in buy and hold properties. And that's part of my investing strategy. So you want to just figure out what your strategy is and start investing your money. It'll make it a lot easier once your strategy is in place, because you won't have to think, oh, should I do this investment or should I not? You'll just think, okay, does this go along with my investing strategy? Yes, okay, I'll do my homework, it looks good, let's do it. Or no, it doesn't, I'm gonna pass. And you'll find another opportunity. Okay, and then step number 8 is to have a will or a trust in place, something that will protect all of these assets that you have and be able to give them to your family, your spouse, or your children, whoever it might be, if something were to happen to you. So you want to make sure you have that protection in place in case something does go wrong. You just never know, and it's better to be safe than sorry, right? You just want to be prepared, and that way you're not worrying about it. It's already taken care of. So you want to get that set up as well. And these are the 8 steps to setting up your financial plan. So comment below if you have taken some of these steps. I would love to know, or if you are going to now set up your financial plan, comment below, tell me where you're at in the process, and if you are going to complete your financial plan if you haven't already. And hopefully these steps help you get your financial plan set up. And if you guys are really serious about taking care of your finances and making your money work for you, make sure and check out the link below the video to see how I have been able to make my money work for me and create a passive income that has actually been the most profitable and the most easy. So click that link below for that information. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more information about becoming financially free at a young age. And don't forget to like and share this video with someone who needs this information. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks.